Hey guys, Mathiew here, and I made this project. If you don't know, BFSM is a show I made starring Super Mario characters like Bowser Jr. and Toad. And I made this project so it's really easy for you to keep track of what's been going on. It's got information about the names of characters, people they like and dislike. Some characters have like catchphrases and stuff. And soon I'll be adding teams. I completely forgot about teams, but I'm going to be adding that after I release this video probably. And I'm going to be doing a tutorial on it. Because why not? It's a good way to advertise my own stuff. So, to start off, with like every Scratch project, click the green flag. Boom. This is the project. As you can see, there are 8 characters here. Koopa Troopa, Bowser Jr., Monty Mole, Goomba, Pokehead, Womp, Bob-omb, and Pokebody. And as you can also see, you can move your mouse over them and they turn white. Now, this is definitely not all. In fact, if you're on a computer, you can use your mouse to scroll and see the other 12 characters now. All 12 of them are on screen. No, 12 of them are on screen. Now 8 of them are on screen. And you can see all 20 current BFSM contestants with the images used in the intros. In fact, they're actually sorted in that order. With Koopa being the first one to show up, and poor Yoshi being last picked for a team and last in the intro. Kind of gets forgotten about, doesn't he? So I'm gonna go to one of these pages. Let's use Bowser Jr. And now we see the information I mentioned earlier. Name, relationships. We've also got gender, voice actor, who made that intro image. This is also like, now you can see like I did most of the like super hyper realistic ones, such as BJ and Dry Bones, basically all my characters. And I think I also did Larry. And then my bro Nathan, who actually suggested this idea of like a character guide, did some more art. And then Lily did a bit too, my sister. I wanted to feature them in this, but apparently they're too lazy. So, shame on them. Don't actually, though. Like, Lily and Nathan are super cool peeps. And they helped me a lot with this series. If it weren't for them, most of the characters would likely sound the same. And the first episode probably wouldn't have come out until July. Voting's now ended on that episode, by the way, and I am starting to think about making the next episode. I'm hoping that episodes can release about 3 weeks after the deadline. A rate somewhat like that. Maybe 2 weeks after the deadline if I push it. And I was thinking that after the first episode, I make the voting deadlines, always 1 week. So episodes are released 3 weeks apart. But we did not get a lot of votes. So I think the next episode's deadline is also going to be extended quite a bit. But that's not what this is about. So anyways, you can see BJ's information, this stuff. Now, say I wanted to go to someone else. Like Dry Bones. Well, the easiest way to cycle between characters and their pages is to click these arrows. It even makes some cool noises. And they're different noises. You can do that too. And because of a bug, when you hold on the left, that happens. Then you hold left, go to the right, and then it moves to the right. You can also use the arrow keys. And then, here we go, Pokebody. It's another one of my characters. It's got a catchphrase, names, genders. Legendary Pokebody's generosity is unbounded. But then, what if I was back at Bowser Jr., but I wanted to go all the way to Dry Bones? Well, in case you didn't know, these characters are actually sorted in this order on the pages. So look, Koopa, BJ, Monty Mole, Goomba. If I select BJ again, Monty Mole, Goomba, and Koopa. So it actually takes a really long time to get over to Dry Bones. In fact, Dry Bones is almost exactly halfway through the cycle. So no matter which way you go, it'd take a really long time to get to Dry Bones from BJ. So one option is, as you've seen me do a couple times, click this X and use the arrow keys or scrolling to go down and select Dry Bones. But the other option is press space, and then you can type in someone's name and you can jump to their character. Now, I typed Bowser Jr.'s name perfectly there, but because of the system, if I switch over to someone else and then type just Bowser Jr. So this time it's lowercase and it's missing the dot. It still works. So now, if I type Dry Bones, or even just Bones, it will go over to Dry Bones. But don't type Bone, because that will also go to Bone Goomba, who has some interesting people in the relationships. Fun fact, this is actually a different language that works using a cipher. And if you can crack this code, then you can actually work backwards and figure out what Bone Goomba is saying, both here and in the episode. Of course, you can't really tell what Bone Goomba is saying based off of the voice alone. So, I might release if someone thinks they've cracked Bone Goomba's code, I might release the script of the episodes in which he talks, and then you can try and figure it out for yourself. And I might just release the entire source code, make it public, and then you can see it. And also, you can also, there's some things that we cut out of the episodes that you might be able to see, and then you can go and check those video files and see what we cut out. Some of them are kind of funny. I'd recommend going to the scene in episode 1 where all the oldies are screaming, and then look right after the part where Mario kicks Bob-omb. It's kind of funny. But anyways, I think that's about it, actually. I am going to add their team logo up here once I decide on team logos. For now, there's nothing there. And I think that's about it. Covered all the basics. Oh, one last thing. There are a few Easter eggs you can find. Such as this one. But thanks for watching, guys. It's been Mathiew. This has been not a very good episode, honestly. Bye.